You're joining us in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We flew down last night. I got to spend some time with one of my oldest friends, and we flew into Fort Lauderdale Executive Field specifically to go to Banyan, one of the best known FBOs on the East Coast, and certainly one of the best HondaJet Service Centers in the country. Had a great flight down, and everything worked as advertised, but a lot of planning and coordination went into our first trip outside the U.S. in the jet, going into Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. The approach wasn't great, as you'll see if you stay to the end of the video, but the scenery was absolutely fantastic, and it was so nice to fly such a capable aircraft into an amazing destination. So ride along with us and leave some comments and let us know what you think about this first trip.
Okay, you got a good start on number one.
8 jump back. Runway 27.
Good start on 2.
Executive ground, King Air 125 Bravo Kilo is ready to taxi with Mike.
Number 2 Tango Mike, you're clear to Tango Uniform Papa Juliet via radar vectors to join the Gabo 2 RNAV departure. Direct Zumach, direct Wyset, then as filed. Departure maintain 2000, expect flight level 41010 minutes after. Departure frequency 109.7, squawk 4563.
682 Tango Mike copy is clear to Tango Uniform Papa Juliet via radar vectors Gamba direct Zumach direct Wiste as filed 2000, expect 410 within 10 119.7 and 4563 in the squawk for 2 Tango Mike.
We're at 2 Tango Mike. After Zumach will be Wiste, that is spelled Whiskey India Sierra Echo Tango, then as filed. Rest of read back correct. Contact ground for taxi.
2 Tango Mike. Ground HondaJet 682 Tango Mike, Banyan ramp with November, ready to taxi.
682 Mike, ground, pull 2, hold short of Bravo.
Okay, hold short of Bravo for 682 Tango Mike.
Executive ground, 124 Romeo Sirius at Golf, request taxi to Executive Jet Charlie 102.
Stand by. I'm sorry, who's off of runway 27 at taxiway Golf?
Sirius 124 Romeo.
November 682 Tango Mike, runway 27, taxi via Bravo, and then Echo, hold short of runway 13 for runway 27. November 75537, executive ground, you said the Charlie ramp, confirm?
Confirmed, 537.
November 537, taxi to the Charlie ramp via Golf and Charlie, hold short runway 13.
Golf, Charlie, hold short, 13, 537.
Who else is holding short of taxiway Bravo?
865 Foxtrot.
November 682 Tango Mike, cross runway 13, but hold short of taxiway Delta and remain on this frequency.
Okay, cross 13 on Echo, hold short of Delta, stay with you, 2 Tango Mike. I'll tell you what, this taxi tool on FlightAware is awesome.
November 682 Tango Mike, executive tower, runway 27, line up and wait, traffic Archer, 4 mile final.
Line up and wait, 27, 682 Tango Mike.
Executive tower, Skyhawk 5420 Romeo, in sequence, holding short 270.
Roger.
busy day at Fort Lauderdale Executive. Let's get out of here. Let's go sailing.
Number 682 Tango Mike, traffic in the upwind will be northwestbound. Fly heading 270, runway 27, cleared for takeoff, wind 31013, gust 17.
Traffic in sight, cleared straight out, clear for takeoff, 682 Tango Mike. Okay, takeoff power selected and achieved.
November 63 Papa
Two good
Foxtrot,
engines,
runway
airspeed's a lot,
cleared
both
land plan for
sides.
minimal time on the runway, traffic twin in trail of you.
89 cross check.
27 clear to land and we'll plan for minimal time on the runway, 63 Papa Fox.
Here's V1 and rotate. Positive rate, gear up, 3130, flaps up. Powered back to MCT.
Juliet to 7, holding short.
0733 Kilo Juliet.
Tower 406 Sierra Delta Fox 10, holding short of 27, ready to go in sequence.
406 Sierra Delta Executive Tower.
Is 1000 for 2000.
Make left traffic, runway 27, cleared for takeoff, no delay, traffic Archer 2 mile final.
682 Tango Mike, Miami departure radar contacts, climb and maintain 3000, turn right heading 320.
Up to 3000, right to 320 for 682 Tango Mike. Feet.
Number 2 Tango Mike, climb and maintain 5000, contact departure 126.05.
Up to 5000, 2605 for 2 Tango Mike. Departure, good morning, HondaJet 682, Tango Mike, 3.8 for 5,000, 320.
Number 682 Tango Mike, Miami departure, Roger, you can start a right turn heading of 060.
Right 060 for 2 Tango Mike.
Vicky, stepped on your...
Number 682 Tango Mike, turn right heading 070 and expect fire momentarily.
Right 070, 2 Tango Mike.
Who else tried to call?
618 Romeo, 2.3, climbing 4,000, 290 heading.
November 618 Romeo, Miami departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 5000.
Climb and maintain 5,000, Romeo.
November 682 Tango Mike, climb and maintain 7,000.
Up to 7,000 for 2 Tango Mike.
November 618 Romeo, turn right heading of 340.
340 heading, Romeo.
Affirmative. November 682 Tango Mike, fly heading a 090 and climb and maintain 8,000 now.
090 up to 8,000 for 2 Tango Mike.
Miami, good morning, Chipley 372, 1 for 4,290 heading.
Chipley 372, my departure to contact, climb maintain 5,000.
5,000, good morning, 372.
Swoop 813, climb maintain 13,000.
13,000, swoop 813.
Swoop 813, contact Miami Center 135.17. Have a good day.
3517, swoop 813, good day.
November 618 Romeo, proceed.
Went ahead and took an opportunity to shut the cameras down and save some battery. It's just going to be climbing to altitude over the Atlantic Ocean. One of the things that definitely did get my attention, though, besides the beautiful scenery, was that fuel level control fault CAS message that I got at startup failed to recalculate the total amount of fuel on board, and essentially it showed that I was about to reach fuel exhaustion as I was climbing out. Had sensors that showed I had plenty of fuel on board, and all of my manual calculations backed up the fact that we're going to make it there with no problem.
26 Romeo Charlie, descend and maintain, flight level.
All right, welcome back. We are descending to 11,000. on our way into Tortola.
JetBlue A81.
Been a pretty easy flight so far. Had a fun little issue coming out. The fuel totalizer, for whatever reason, did not reset after we landed in Fort Lauderdale yesterday. And so as we're climbing out, it was telling us that we were going to be short on gas. So I went through and calculated fuel on board and burn rates, and I was in long range cruise anyway. But it was nice to know that that was wrong, and we're going to land with plenty of fuel. Yeah, real quickly here on my iPad, I'm going to show you the visual approach into Tortola. It's a fun one. It's instrument to visual. The lead pilot for Honda Aircraft Company, a guy called Jonathan Hartness, had flown it before. I had a video of it, and he also talked me through
American
it.
1496, this is San Juan Center, climb and maintain, flight level 280.
So it was nice to have that resource. Really easy flight so far. Talked to Miami until we were really at the, what I would call the eastern tip of...
1589, right turn direct to Sailor at this time.
Dominican Republic. Yeah, and then they switched us over to
right turn direct Sailor,
San Juan Center. So we're talking to San Juan Center now. And they basically cleared us directly into Tortola, which is great. Good flight?
Awesome flight, Tim. Usual.
HondaJet 977 Center, roger.
We were saying on the flight out here, it was just so nice. We're abeam Puerto Rico right now. It was really nice, you know, to be flying it. It was really nice to have the cameras stay where they're supposed to. To be flying an aircraft that was really so capable and not have to, you know, think that we're like flying right at the edge of the performance envelope the entire time. Really performed well. It's a good view. Whenever we edit these videos, my wife does not like the edge right here in the video, but so I told you guys for survival gear.
Better contact after Kika, direct to Batir.
I always carry a company called Uncharted Supply Company. I carry their 72 Pro. It's just a really good
904, contact
survival
Miami
kit.
135.2.
That's usually in the airplane with me. We picked up a raft.
904, Miami 135.2.
Well, let me make sure I got the name of the company. They're at aviationraft.com. They were great. Texted them, their pilots.
1589, cross Sailor 11,000, 707-2995.
Really compact life raft.
Not doing so already.
Waiting for us at Banyan.
Cross Sailor at 11,000, 2995, JetBlue 1589.
Yeah, I pay a daily rate. And coming back, we're expecting to clear.
6339, San Juan.
We're expecting to clear customs in Charleston, so I'll just drop it off at Signature in Charleston, and they'll ship it back. So between the life raft and the Uncharted 72 Pro, we're covered. We also, through Uncharted Supply Company, have this thing called the Zeus. It's a power pack. Usually, you know, I use it to jumpstart a car, but I brought two of them with me. One, we're keeping our phones charged while we're en route as backup battery, but I brought two.
And HondaJet 2 Tango Mike, contact 7 approach on 128.65.
2865 for 2 Tango Mike. See ya. Approach, good afternoon. HondaJet 682 Tango Mike 14.2, descending 11, 11,000 direct.
Number 682 Tango Mike, San Juan, descend maintain 7,000, expect vectors for the RNAV, runway 10 approach, confirm 80s Hotel.
Okay, down to 7,000, I'll expect vectors for the RNAV for 07. Have not yet been able to pick up the ATIS yet.
Copy. Keep me advised, I can give you the information.
2 Tango Mike, go ahead and send it.
Ready to copy?
2 Tango Mike, ready.
Yes, sir. 80s Hotel is current. The wind's 140 at 12. Visibility is 10 miles. View clouds at 2,200. Temperature 27, dew point 22. Altimeter 3000 and runway 7 is in use.
Okay, I have hotel for 2 Tango Mike.
And November 2 Tango Mike, clear direct Lunco.
Direct Lunco for 2 Tango Mike.
Speed winds 284. St. Thomas, 118.8.
18.8, good day. We'll talk to the way out. Spirit Wings 284.
See you later.
Okay, got landing data.
326, approach on 120.9.
The landing data and the approach all loaded and confirmed. Approach is briefed.
On approach, vehicle design 08, out of Culebra inbound, East Laredo.
EOS 90 is standby. And Nicaragua 326.
Yes, ma'am.
120.9.
2049, take a 68.
Yeah. Number 682 Tango Mike, please send a pilot discretion, maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000 my discretion for 2 Tango Mike.
Thousand feet to go. Okay, our next step down is going to be 2,500. So this approach is interesting. It's an instrument to visual approach. I'll show you the instrument approach here real quickly. It's up on the screen. And then the instrument approach has a point Ilalo where it transitions to a visual approach. So I have here's the visual approach plate. It was nice to be able to go onto YouTube and see several people who had flown this approach before. And again, the chief pilot and one of my buddies who works in sales at HondaJet both had their video coming in here, and it was really helpful. Okay, we've got the U.S. Virgin Islands off to our front right.
Care 564, copy.
Typically, if you're coming into BVI to sail, we've done this a couple times before. We fly commercial into Charlotte Amalie on the U.S. Virgin Islands, and then it is the better part of a day to go through the customs process, catch a ferry over to Road Town in Tortola, and then clear customs again. It was something we did not really enjoy. So flying ourselves directly into Beef Island on Tortola is really nice. All right, so if you followed along this long, thank you so much. We would really appreciate it if you all took the time to subscribe. We don't have any sponsors, so when I talk about, ForeFlight and Garmin and the Aviation RAV company and Uncharted, those are just things that we like to use, and they've been great. Bose, GoPro, and I definitely have to give a shout out to XM Satellite Radio, because it's really nice to listen to music when flying a couple hours over nothing. But yeah, if you could subscribe, we really would appreciate it. It helps. And if you like the video or share it, that just helps with the algorithms at YouTube to help get a little bit more visibility. Now, the last time you and I came in here, which hurricane had just come through?
Irma? No.
I don't know which one it was.
Maria.
Things were pretty devastated. I mean, there were a lot of boats still sitting on the bottom of the harbor where we sailed out. You could just see masts sticking up. A lot of the islands were not opened, but the sailing was still good. And then we came back. I came back with a couple of daughters. Not even a year after that. It was a little better, but they've been hit again since then.
On November AS682 Tango Mike, 10 miles from Lunco, cross Lunco at or above 3000 and clear RNAV Alpha approach.
Okay, Lunco at or above 3000, clear for the RNAV approach, 682 Tango Mike.
So we had armed the approach in the G3000, and then we have activated it on autopilot. I can see that we're in approach mode. We did lose our camera over our shoulder. I think the card is full. That's what happens when I try to do 60 frames per second and 4K digital to see if we can get a better view of the displays.
On November 2 Tango Mike, radar services terminated. Contact B's 118.4.
Okay, switching over to B Pilot. Thanks so much. 682 Tango Mike.
Turn to the west, altimeter 29996. Traffic during the RNAV approach will be a HondaJet.
Airport clearing to the west, and I won't overfly the field. We're at 1,000 feet, climbing now.
November 682 Tango Mike, confirm your position on the approach, altimeter 29996.
2996, I'm currently 4.8 miles from Lonco at 3000.
Roger, report when you're crossing, still out next.
2 Tango Mike, Wilco. HondaJet 682 Tango Mike is C-Lod 2,500 inbound.
Roger, report crossing Emula next.
2 Tango Mike.
Okay, I've got runway in sight.
Two Tango Mike's Emila inbound.
Two Tango Mike, Roger, report Ilalo and when you're visual.
2 Tango Mike.
Also feet. Okay, afloat. Approach flap selected and indicating.
Tango Mike's Ilalo and visual.
Roger, clear for the visual approach on 807.
Clear for the visual 072 Tango Mike.
Two Tango Mike, did you copy?
2 Tango Mike, visual and clear to land runway 7.
Okay, gear. Okay, 3 down and green.
$500.
On my iPad. 40.
Tango Mike on at time 08, exit via Delta.
Okay, right at Delta, 2 Tango Mike.
Hey, thanks so much for staying to the end of the video. Every part of me wanted to edit out that approach, but I knew that I needed to leave it in and let that be a part of the conversation. Go ahead and leave comments. I'll take them. We really appreciate you coming along on this flight, our first chance to fly the jet outside the United States. We learned a lot about customs and dealing with the Caribbean and getting the right forms filed, and certainly how to work with some of the handlers outside the United States. It was quite a learning experience. We're already working on our return flight, where after a week of sailing, we flew back through Turks and Caicos for fuel. So hopefully you'll see that one here shortly. Appreciate you joining us.